And we are back. Another edition, Falcons franchise. Now, I'm gonna be honest. So, fellas, alright. William Jackson, he's talking a team up. Complete the sweep of the Saints. The Saints had the smarts on it. Their players are, oh, sheesh. They got some +5 stats on defense. Focus player. We get to choose some players to focus on, Instantly, Philip Davis. After that, where is he? There he is. Tyler Myers. Hold on. Is there any Cupids I have more of? Brett McGraw, actually. I think we're going to take it off him and go with Brent McGraw. Where is he ranked, actually? We're looking for a Brent McGraw. He's 22. Alright, he's not that bad. And after that, do we have any corners that we could focus on? I'd say Rasheem Brooks. There we go. We got quarterback Philip Davis, quarterback Brent McGraw, and cornerback Rasheem Brooks. Those are our 3 focus players. So what focus player is? We just basically get some additional scouting. So, we're trying to get to 100% on these guys. Because we do want, one of them to join the team if we're doing all that. We got a weaker strategy against Saints. Quarterbacks Ian Book. We got Kamara. They have Greg Henderson, but he shouldn't really matter. Okay. They don't really run the ball much is what I'm seeing. I think we are going to go with short pass. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can go back. Yeah, we have short pass. They're pretty solid. Seem like they're a middle of the pack team. Offensively, defensively, they're middle of the pack to below average. Am I recording? Okay, had to make sure. So, a lot of the times inside rushes go for a lot of yards, but no touchdowns. Same with outsides, apparently. Not very good. Then, I think we're going to probably run outside, I'd say. And now we start training. I have a cat I have to deal with partly at the moment. As we see who is going to be injured. Hopefully no one. Yeah, we never want anyone to be injured. I think Melvin Gordon got extra training. No, Steve Leslie. Oh. But without further ado, well, we had to upgrade some players first. We didn't get injured, but we're going to have to check their injuries. Go to manager roster, injury report. We have Dante Fowler, and that's it. Saints, they have Bryce Simpson, who is a hidden dev rookie. He's out for 6 weeks. When did Bryce Simpson get drafted? It would be awards. He got picked 10th in the second round, so he was pick 42. Okay, without further ado, we're going to get into this game. Play a full game, even though we're technically not playing it. They're an 85 compared to our 84. Pretty even matchup. We're trying to win the 7-game losing streak we have going on. Isn't the best, but at the same time, it is giving us a pretty good draft pick. The bad news is we are still in contention for the playoffs. So, no, this could go either way. They're rocking the black and gold. We're rocking the all white.
Let's go,
and yeah.
baby. Let's go.
You see Ian Book. First and 10 now from the 20-yard line. Sorry, I was trying to get a bit of cat hair off my microphone. And Ian Book is going to go down. That is Jalen Phillips. Ian Book, he is surprisingly mobile, so we have to be wary about the quarterback scrambles. Second and 19 now. That pass complete to Michael Thomas. Probably their best offensive. Well, they have Kamara, so can't really say that. That's going to bring up a third and long, third and 13. Book looking. Looks like they're attempting a screen pass. Kamara comes back for it, and he's going to be tackled at the 11. That's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth and 19. Once again, the Saints are playing. We are playing for the sweep. Saints are playing to not get swept. I think so far this series, we are 5-0 against the Saints, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't even know. We may have had, quarterback-wise, Matt Ryan, Tyrod Taylor, Drew Lock, Chris Horn, and now Cam Newton, all at the helm. So, I mean, we've had a lot of guys. And that pass is on the money. That is Marquise Brown, I believe.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So this is matchup 6 with our fifth quarterback, I believe, as a starter. Dangerous pass, but it's going to be complete up to the 1. That's Marquise Brown. And Cameron Jordan has not allowed a single touchdown running inside. And he fumbles the ball, they're going to say. We have to get an instant replay on that. Williams. What the heck? He just... Did his teammate make him fumble? They say he's not challengeable, and we are able to super sim, so I think that call is going to stand. They're going to say that was a fumble by Williams. And the Saints have once again not allowed a single red zone or no, it doesn't have to be red zone. Have not allowed a single inside rushing. They haven't allowed a single rushing touchdown yet this season, apparently. That would have been the first, and I think that would have been inside. I don't know. That's to bring up second and 3. That pass complete to Kamara. And what a job by, I believe that was Richie Grant to get over there. Kamara had a lot of green in front of him, but Richie Grant was able to get over there in time. We see third and 3. And it's going to be a play action. It's going to be a pass to Kamara, and Kamara once again has a bunch of green. And taking it up to 22 for a first down. Ian Book is 4 for 4 so far. I believe Cam Newton is 2 for 2. The first and 10 now from the 22. It's going to be a handoff to Kamara. And right there to stop it, that is Deion Jones again, I believe. Second and 10 now. That pass is going to be complete. That's number 11. That is... I can't think. Darren Church, I believe. No, it's Richie James. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Book. A quick pass. That's complete. That looks like that is Adam Trotman, the tight end. And that's going to be up to the 38 for a first down. Ian Book is really using these checkdowns to his advantage. I believe that's what we wanted. I believe we wanted to stop the short pass, and yet that seems to be the primary read for these guys. That was a gain of 2 by Kamara. 2nd and 8. The 40. Book is going to roll out, and he is going to take it himself, and he's going to elect to slide down at the 44. Third and 4 from the 44. Book. And that pass is going to be intercepted. That's A.J. Terrell, I believe. And he is going to go all the way. And that is a pick 6. Appears to be a bad pass from Ian Book. And the Falcons take a 7-0 lead. As Carolina currently tied with the Vikings at 7 apiece. We currently have the 3rd overall pick as well, so I don't know if a win is our best interest. I believe we are ahead of the Chargers and the Lions, who are both 1 and 8. And Adam Trotman, he's going to take that up. And that's up to the 36, and that's enough for a first down. The Saints, I believe, have top 5 pick maybe, or right around there. Kamara, he's going to take it up to the 44 for a gain of 8, and that will take us to the end of the quarter. And the Saints beat the Buccaneers last week. And the Buccaneers, they won our division last season. They are now... We won it the first year. The Buccaneers have won it the second year. And I believe the Panthers are currently winning it this year. And Ian Book is going to fumble, but it's going to be recovered by the offensive lineman, luckily. But that's a loss of 12. I don't know if a win is smart for these Falcons. They don't really have a quarterback. And I bet the Saints probably don't like their option with Ian Book, who I believe is on the last year of his... No, second to last year of his deal. Ian Book scrambles. He takes it up to the 43 for a gain of 6. No, 8. 3rd and 14. Throwing on a run. Deep. And incomplete. Michael Thomas had it, but had it knocked away. That brings up 4 from 14, and the punting is out there. As New York currently leads Philadelphia 10-0. I believe they... And that's going to be a great punt down at the 4. They are probably the best division this year. I believe the worst team, record-wise, is the Cowboys, who are currently 4-5. So, they have a very good division, it appears. We have not seen a division yet that has had every team make the playoffs. Obviously, that was never really a possibility until the 7 teams got 17 playoff. The 7 teams playoff got introduced. What a play, but I think it's going to come back for holding. And it's going to be roughing the passer. That was a beautiful screen pass. And Peyton Turner got too antsy. I don't know if the penalty was accepted or declined, but we might see the NFC East be the first team to have all 4 teams make the playoffs. Second and 9. And they all might make it to the divisional round as well, which could be interesting. As that was a dangerous pass. Cam Newton seems to have a favorite receiver, Marquise Brown. And that was 3rd down, I didn't even realize. And they're going to elect to punt the ball on 4th down from their own 48, and they needed maybe an inch. And another great punt. That one's down at the 9. As long as if whatever team wins that division gets the 1 seed in the NFC, they could all make the divisional round theoretically. And that's complete to Adam Trotman. And Noah Igbenogany misses the tackle. And Richie Grant applying the huge hit. But that's going to be up to the 42 as Adam Trotman outran our free safety Noah Igbenogany. That is something you don't want to see. And Ian Book is going to elect a scramble. He's going to stiff arm a guy and he's going to succeed. That was Fabian Moreau. He got 2 on the play. He fought for all 2 of those yards. If you're the Saints, you gotta like this guy's work ethic and determination. Throwing on the run. And what a throw, what a catch. Up to the 38. That is Michael Thomas. First and 10 now from the 38-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to Kamara. And Kamara's going to get wrapped up pretty instantly, and that's going to take us to a 2-minute warning, or stop with a second left. There's a 2-minute warning.
Hey, we got tight left, tight ends left. We got 4. Here we go. 19 Tiger.
Second and 10 now from the 38. 2 minutes left to go. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. That pass is incomplete. It was supposed to be a screen pass, but Kamara couldn't turn his head around in time to locate the ball. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the 38. Book, he's going to get the snap. He's going to look around. He's going to throw deep. And he's going to come down with the pass, but out of bounds. And this is going to be a 55-yard attempt. Kick is up. And it looked like it had the distance, but appeared to be wide to the right. It was a tough kick. We're going to get an instant replay on that, mainly so we can see who the kicker's name is and fully evaluate this kick. Who was the kicker here? Santos. That's Cairo Santos, I believe. He had the distance. He just didn't have the accuracy. It was wide to the right. But now with 1:48, the Falcons get the ball at their own 45. First and 10 now from the 45. Newton rolling out. He's going to throw that. And that is incomplete. That is intended for Melvin Gordon. Second and 10. Newton going to scramble out again. And he's going to get sacked. It looked like he got tripped up by his own offensive lineman. And then, at that point, he was just free food for these defensive linemen. I think they're going to give credit to Cameron Jordan for the sack, though. Newton. And he's going to go down. That is... who? Marcus Davenport, probably, I want to say that would have been who got the sack. And the punt is away, and it's going to be fielded around the 25, and that will ultimately be where they start. And Quan Alexander goes down with an injury. I believe. As first and 10 from the 26, 56 seconds left and 2 timeouts. Screen pass Kamara. He's going to be tackled at the 28 for a gain at 2 and timeout Saints. Their second of the half. They're going to say that was a gain of 3. Second and 7. Book. He's going to scramble out. And he has the first down. He's going to slide down at the 38, but he stays in bounds. That keeps the clock running. 30 seconds left to go now in the half. Book. He's throwing it deep. He has his man wide open. And I don't know who that was covering him, but they were not able to tackle him. As Michael Thomas just blew past William Jackson. William Jackson did not see it coming, and Ian Book saw that almost instantly. As soon as you see that, heck, he arguably had, I believe that's Darren Church. Yes, it is. He arguably had Darren Church wide open as well. He kind of got to pick his guy. He kind of I would say underthrew it a bit. It allowed William Jackson to catch up. And then William Jackson just failed to make the tackle. And now he's 23 seconds left, so I doubt we'll see, we might see a run attempt by Atlanta, and that'll just take us at half. And the kick is up, and good. And this game is now tied at 7 apiece. And electing not to return it is George Claiborne. George Claiborne may be off the team after this season, unfortunately. We brought him in to be a return man, and he just isn't really cutting it as a return man. As Newen, he's throwing it deep. And coming down with the catch. What a play. I thought they were just going to run the ball and take it to the half, but no. Newen. That was for Marquise Brown, and going up over no other than Marshawn Lattimore to go make the catch. Cam Newton apparently loves Marquise Brown. Marquise Brown barely got any targets or anything with Chris Horn and Kirk Cousins, but now all of a sudden he is thriving. That pass complete. As I just accidentally pressed circle. Ignore that. That was to Calvin Ridley, I believe. 2nd and 4. Newen. That pass is complete. That is Derek Gore, and he's just going to go out of bounds. Play it smart. And now a 41-yard attempt. The kick is up. And good. The Falcons take a 10-7 lead entering half. There's the first half stats for those of you who are curious. As we take a look around the league with our halftime report. We're going to start out Carolina and Minnesota. They are tied at 7 apiece. Sam Darnold with an interception. McCaffrey with a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with a touchdown. Mitch Trubisky with only 1 pass attempt. Next, we had the Dallas and Minnesota. Dallas leads that game 14-0. Wow, the Cowboys actually have 5 and 4. Prescott with 2 touchdown passes, 1 to Amari Cooper. And now Pittsburgh and Houston, where Pittsburgh leads that game 10-7 over the 7-2 Texans. Heineke with a touchdown pass. Watson 4 for 12, not having a very good game so far. Now we look at next-gen stats. Here are the Falcons when it comes down to throwing the ball short. And here are the Saints when it comes down to throwing the ball short. Both teams have really relied on throwing the ball short this game, apparently. And Atlanta will receive the second half kickoff. And returning it and going to be stopped around 17.
That's it, baby. We're gonna work.
That was a carry to Melvin Gordon, who got 5 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the 22. Newman. He's going to roll out. He's going to throw it across the field and complete to Derek Gore up to the 47. What a gutsy play from Newton there. Handoff. Gordon fought his way up to the 40 for a gain of 7. They're going to say 6, actually. 2nd and 4 now from the 40. Newton looking. The quick pass, and that is complete to whoever that was. I think that was Olamide Zacchaeus. That was. We have not seen him very much. Newton, he's going to have to scramble. He's throwing on the run deep. And nearly intercepted. As we tried to exit there. So we could see who that was with the great breakup. But a bit too late. 2nd and 10 now. Newton, he's going to run. He's throwing it. And incomplete. Intended for Kyle Pitts. We have no real reason to watch that. Coming up 3rd and 10. On the 32. This is a 51-yard attempt. That pass complete up to the 22. That's Marquise Brown. And they're going to say he got enough for the 1st down. No, that would have been a 49-yard attempt. What was I saying? As Gordon takes it to the 20 for a gain of 2. After being stuffed almost instantly, still managed to power forward. Get some extra yards. 2nd and 8. It's going to be another handoff to Gordon. He gets up to the 15. That's a gain of 5. Quan Alexander, who got injured previously. I guess he got cleared, but he gets injured again. 3rd and 3 now from the 15. Nearly intercepted again. I believe that was Marquise Brown who was the intended receiver. Cam Newton starting to get a bit too comfortable with him. Now making some very gutsy throws. The field goal is up and good, and that was also nearly blocked. And the score is now 13-7. Going to be fielded at the 3-yard line. Going to be tackled around the 16. That is Richie James.
Let's go.
Mara got a gain of 3. And bring up 2nd and 7 from the 19. Book. Looking. Falcons would like to send free, and they had a QB spy as well, somewhat. And Book's only going to get a gain of 1. Bring up 3rd and 6 now from the 20. They need to get to the 26. Ian Book. Rolling out. He's throwing. And that pass is going to be intercepted. That is A.J. Terrell. And that is going to be his 2nd interception. And his 2nd pick 6 of the game. And the Falcons are going to go for 2 to make it attempt to make a 14-point game. And Newman looking. That's complete to Kyle Pitts, and it's good. Falcons lead 21-7 now. Turning it up to the 21 is Richie Graham.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Bring it. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Reload. Smash.
That's up to the 20 for, they're going to say, no gain. Looks like he may have lost half a yard, but ultimately not enough to affect the 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. That pass is complete. That's Adam Trotman. That's up to 26. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5 from 26. They need a 31 for a first down. They're down by 14 already. Book. He's going to roll out. And Keandre Jones is going to strip him. And it's going to be recovered by Jalen Phillips. Keandre Jones used to be the backup on this team. Dante Fowler got injured. Dante Fowler was having a pretty average season. And Keandre Jones comes in and is tearing it up. And that pass is complete. That's Calvin Ridley for a touchdown. And this game is starting to turn into a blowout. And the extra point is up. And the Falcons lead this game 28-7. Richie James is going to be stopped at the 20. They're going to say that's more like the 19, but bad spotting, I guess. Actually, you see a battle of pick 1 and 2 of the 2021 NFL Draft, and Kamara's going to break one big, up to the 34 for a gain of 14 and a first down between Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson, and Trevor Lawrence is currently winning that battle, 21-13. Ian Book, he's going to scramble out. He's going to elect to slide at the 42. Probably should have waited a bit more to slide. He's only going to get 8 on the play, and that's not going to be enough for a first down. He probably could have got the first down, but he didn't really want to be so risky, which is understandable. Kamara, he's going to take it up to the 49. Try doing that anyway. That was a gain of 7 and a first down. 1st and 10 now from 49. You have under 30 seconds left to go in the 3rd. Ian Book, he's going to scramble, and he's just going to elect to slide at the 46. The gain of 5, but he doesn't get out of bounds either. Are we going to see a play? We are not. That's the end of the 3rd, and Carolina now leads 14-7. There's the end of the 3rd quarter stats. With 1 quarter left to play, Atlanta leads this game 28-7. 2nd and 5 now from the 46. Book. It's going to be complete. That's Kamara. And Kamara, he's going to reach and get to the 40, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Tackled about, I'd say, 1.5 yards short of the first down, but he fought his way to get enough. 1st and 10 now from the 40. Book. He's going to scramble. No, he's going to throw deep. And they're going to say it's complete, but out of bounds. Going to replay. It was intended for Michael Thomas, I believe, and William Jackson was on the coverage. I'm waiting to see the feet. It's tough to say. He has the left foot down. I don't think he... yeah, I don't think he got it. What an effort, though. 2nd and 10 from the 40. William Jackson has also been getting kind of torched lately. So, a contract extension may be out of the question now. Ian Book, he scrambles. He takes it up to the 36. Gain of 5, bring up 3rd and 5. And if we do extend him, we're going to wait till after this season in case he regresses. And by regress, I mean, I know he's going to regress, but I mean development trait-wise. That pass was incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th and 5. This is more than likely the game right here. Ian Book going to throw on the run. And Adam Trotman catches it short of the line to gain. Fabian Moreau tackles him, but Adam Trotman just fought forward. It's going to be enough for a first down up to 28. Bring up 1st and 10. Book. Surveying. Scrambling out. Keandre Jones. He's going to bring him down. That's his second sack of the game. That's a loss of 1. Second and 11 now from 29. Book. That's complete to Trotman. Tackled by A.J. Terrell. At 21, let's bring up 3rd and 3. That was a gain of 8. 3rd and 3 now. And that's complete. That is Darren Church. That's up to the 4. And that's going to bring up 1st and goal. It's going to be a handoff to Kamara. And Jalen Phillips is there to blow it up as that's a loss of 3. That's 2nd and goal now. Under 4.5 to go. Clock is running as well. 2nd and goal. Book. He's going to throw. And that pass is intercepted. That is A.J. Terrell. And he goes all the way. His 3rd interception of the game. His 3rd pick 6 of the game. And we might just see a development trait challenge to get him from superstar to X Factor as the extra point is up and good. Falcons lead this game 35-7 with 4:01 left to go. You can practically say this game is over. As this defense, who has been pretty awful this whole season, they've been ranked dead last for a long time. No, wait, what am I saying? Scratch that. As Carolina takes a 21-7 lead. Excuse me, that was the offense that's always been horrible, and it was pretty bad this game as well. But I'd say better than what it has been. The defense showing why they're the #1 defense in the league. And he's going to fumble, and he luckily picking it up. John Kaminsky with his 3rd sack of the game. Atlanta with a total of 6 sacks. Under 3 minutes left to go now, and it's 3rd and 30. Ian Book. There is a penalty, but Ian Book is going to throw it deep. And that pass is not intercepted, incomplete. And it's a holding penalty. Holding on Ryan Ramczyk. Trying not to have his quarterback get, hurt and sacked and all that. Punt. And it's up. And it's going to be fielded at midfield. And they're going to start at the 49. Across midfield already.
Come on now, let's go.
1st and 10 now from the 49. 2:45 left to go. It's going to be a handoff to Gordon. Gordon, he's going to take it up to the 40. No, that's Wesley, excuse me. He gets 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. They have to call one more play. Running this clock down the absolute most. And there's Gordon. He's going to take it. They're going to say 41, I'd probably say. Yeah, 3rd and 2 from the 41. 2 minutes left to go. It's a handoff to Gordon. And he's going to maybe get half a yard, but that's going to bring up 4th and 1. And the offense is out there to go for it. They're trying to end this game right now, not even giving New Orleans a chance. There's going to be a fullback dive, and C.J. Ham, he is not going to get there. He's going to be short. And with 1:15 left, anything at this point is probably just going to be for the stats. 1st and 10 from the 40, Ian Book. That pass is complete. That is Trotman up to the 49 for a gain of 9. As Carolina takes a 28-7 lead. 2nd and 1. That's Kamara. Richie Grant gets destroyed. Holy crap. And there was a timeout on the play, probably by the Saints. Yes, it was. And that's going to be 3rd and 2. Looks like it was a loss of 1. Book. He's looking. There was pressure. He got it away, though. And William Jackson just had to get free interception, but appears wasn't able to locate the ball. Brings up 4th and 2. And Book. And caught by Trotman, but he's going to go backwards. He had the first down and he went backwards, and that's going to be short. As the Falcons now are probably just going to run this ball and end the game. As Gordon up to the 45. It's a gain of 4, they're going to say, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. And the Saints are electing not to use the timeouts. So we'll probably just see this one last run. The handoff to Gordon. And he is going to go up to the 41, and that will do it for today's game. Atlanta comes into New Orleans, wins this game 35-7 in dominant fashion, ending their 7-game losing streak, and in the process, sweeping their division rival. Ian Book was 20 for 30, 220 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Besides the interceptions, he had a pretty solid game. Cam Newton was 11 for 16, 191 and a touchdown. Rushing, Kamara was 11 for 38. Ian Book was 8 for 43. Melvin Gordon was 8 for 31. Darrell Williams 3 for 6. Steve Leslie 3 for 5. Or 2 for 5. CJ Ham 1 for 1. Cam Newton 1 for -4. The bright side is... Wait. Did we get 4 touchdowns on defense or something? We scored 35. Oh well. Receiving, Adam Trotman was 7 for 76. Alvin Kamara was 7 for 19. Marquise Brown was 4 for 101. And the bright side for the Saints, they still didn't allow a rushing touchdown. Michael Thomas 3 for 86 and a touchdown. Kevin Ridley 3 for 26 and a touchdown. Derek Gore 2 for 39. Steve Leslie 1 for 17. Darren Church 1 for 17. Olamide Zacchaeus 1 for 8. Ron Hoffman 1 for 18. And Richie James 1 for 4. Blocking. 3 sacks allowed by Eric McCoy. 1 allowed by Ryan Ramczyk, Justin School, Colin Gillespie, Kyle Pitts. Defensively, 5 tackle for losses for John Kaminsky, 2 for Keontae Jones, Foyce Adewuku, and Jalen Phillips, 1 for Marcus Davenport, Deion Jones, Richie Grant, and Grady Jarrett. 3 sacks for John Kaminsky, 2 for Keontae Jones, and 1 for Marcus Davenport and Jalen Phillips. 3 interceptions for AJ Terrell, all of which were touchdowns. 2 forced fumbles for John Kaminsky and 1 for Keontae Jones. 1 fumble recovery by Garrison Evans and 1 by Jalen Phillips. 3 touchdowns for AJ Terrell, by the way. I'm trying to think. We scored 35. Kicking wise, Younghoe, well, was technically perfect, I guess. Oh wait, he was 2 for 2. And Caro Santos was 0 for 1. That's right. We scored 6 with the field goal unit, and we went for 2 that one time. Jamie Gilliam was 3 for 145. Presley Harvin was 2 for 86. Richie James was 6 for 112. George Claiborne 1 for 14. Punt return. George Claiborne 2 for 1. Richie James 1 for 0. That's it for the stats. Now, I'm just going to say, I feel like I might have said this to begin the video. I'm recording this on Friday. So, we do have a recap from William Jackson. Probably shouldn't be talking, if I'm honest, as we now have 15 morale. We also got 10 staff points. It's okay, I guess. Oh, I mean, it's pretty good. We got 31 staff points now. As we have the turnaround and a breakout player. We're going against the 3-7 Vikings. AJ Terrell wins NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Now, just because we have a breakout player does not mean we're going to watch this game. We are more than likely just going to sim it and see if we got the breakout. In fact, what time are we looking at now? We're at 44 minutes. We're going to sim it now, actually. We do have some stuff to talk about. Oops. Didn't mean to press that. Oh well. Fuck off. Listen. Coach firing is off. Text message. Uh-oh. We can't have our head coach making headlines for abruptly ending a press conference, especially when we're near the bottom of the league. Start winning games or be prepared to pack your bags. Got it? Any other words? Win now or forever hold your pink slip. Oh, multiple games. Does that mean if we lose 2, we're done? We're 3-7. Like, it's bad, but at the same time, if we win out, we're gonna have double-digit wins. Heck, even if we lose another game, we're still gonna have above 500 record. Like, I get like we're kind of towards rock bottom, but at the same time, we are not completely there yet. We have a breakout player. Of course, it's AJ Terrell. We're just gonna quickly play this game. Skip Stimlin strategy. We're not really focused on this game. We're just gonna play. I'm having to make sure we don't go over an hour, because if we do go over an hour, the video will not be able to save. Super Sim, speed, we're doing fast. We're going to the end of the game. We take a 3-0 to lead. We take a 10-0 lead. They take a, it's tied at 10 apiece now. They take a 17-10 lead. We tied at 17. They take a 24-17 lead. We 24-20, 31-20, 31-23, 31-26, 30. We just won 32-31. What a comeback win there. I doubt we got the breakout challenge for AJ Terrell, but it's okay. Cam Newton was 30 for 50, 34-27, 3 touchdowns and interception. Mitchell Kripke, 14 for 22, 261, 3 touchdowns. Rushing wise, Alvin Cook was 25 for 128 and a touchdown. Melvin Gordon was 17 for 37. Steve Wesley was 4 for 37, or 4 for 7. Cam Newton 3 for 13. Mitchell Trubisky 3 for 9, and Derek Gore 1 for 5. If you didn't know, when you watched games, like when you go in slow-mo, like the stats are not nearly as good. So that's why all these guys dominated. Ridley 11 for 192 and 2 touchdowns. Marquise Brown 7 for 106. Derek Gore 5 for 54. Irv Smith Jr. 4 for 27 and 2 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson 4 for 77. Kyle Pitts 3 for 41. Traquan Smith 3 for 110. Adam Thielen 3 for 47. J Ham 2 for 10. Along with Zacchaeus 1 for 18. Steve Wesley 1 for 6. We're only going to look at this as well. Brian O'Neill 2 sacks. Melvin Gordon with a sack. Ezra Cleveland and Garrett Bradbury and Ross whatever. We're not going to look at any more stats, as we are kind of getting towards the end of the video, because I have to finish before an hour, or else, I'm not able to do anything. I could just end the video here and then record the rest of it, and then, condense it, but I don't really know how to do that, so I think it's best I get a guaranteed video. As we have As he doesn't get it. Wow. He got me very stoked. After saying you might be happy with my performance. Going to max that out. Going to max that out. Is this for season? No, it's not. Now we're going to go fullback. Oh, it locks. Yeah, that's probably the dumb choice, but it's fine. We have 1 staff point left. Now, hopefully I remember, but we're going to advanced week. And I don't know if we'll watch this game. I feel like we might sim it. And then watch the Buccaneers game, kind of like what we did here. as we had a lot of injuries. John Kaminsky, George Claiborne, and Larry Mabry all got injured. We're officially over the 50-minute mark. We're just going to quickly make sure these injuries aren't very severe. And we will, I suppose, look at the playoff picture now. As we're 4-7. I don't know why that messed up, but it's whatever. Look at the playoff picture. We're the NFC, so currently the Panthers would be the 3 seed. We're looking at the Cowboys. The Cowboys are right now the team to beat. As we're going to quickly look at roster. Injury report, is Dante Fowler Jr. able to return yet? He is. Okay. And we officially have Dante Fowler Jr. back in the lineup. I hope Keandre Jones is a high enough overall to outlast him, because I would rather have Keandre Jones play at this point than Dante Fowler. He is. Keandre Jones is the higher overall. I don't even see Dante Fowler here. Where's Dante Fowler Jr.? Oh, we have to cut a player. Okay, well, this is where we go to manage roster, adjust lineup. We have to cut someone apparently. And we're not going to really, well, we are. Where we cut Philip. Unfortunately, your time on the team is going to be over for now. We have to cut someone even though Dante Fowler Jr. isn't showing up. Might be now. So we move Eric Hillman back. Dante Fowler Jr. can take over the 2 spot. And there we go. Eric Hillman knew that was coming. I specifically said that in one of the previous videos. Eric Hillman is going to be on this roster until, yeah. I think we have enough time to, wait, no, that's not how we do it. Standings. Where do we rank in the NFC? Cowboys are 6-5. We are currently 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. We're 11th. We're just behind the Buccaneers and the 49ers, and I guess arguably the Giants. Cowboys are 6-5, and they are currently the 7th seed, so we have to catch up to them in order to make the playoffs. And now being 4-7, that does kind of also ruin our draft picks. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I did, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.